Welcome everyone to a cooking video over here on AID TV. This is the stuffed shells that I made this Sunday. As you know, by listening to the podcast, I usually cook Sunday dinner. So this week was a little creation I came up with. Not really quite sure where I got the idea from, but nevertheless, it turned out pretty good. So what I got going on here is a smaller pan. My daughter doesn't like vegetables, so I'm making her a separate dish. And in the bowl to the right with the spoon in it, I am filling the shells that are cooked to a little over al dente, or a little under al dente, I guess I would say. I cooked off two boxes of jumbo shells and set them in a bowl to cool. Now I'm going through and filling them up. So in the bowl with the spoon is a little ricotta cheese, an egg, Parmesan, Italian seasoning, and some chicken that I pre-cooked. I used some chicken tenderloins that I minced up real fine, cooked in a frying pan with a little bit of olive oil, minced garlic from a jar, and salt, pepper. So put a little sauce in the bottom of this casserole pan, and so the noodles won't stick, and then topped it off with a little more sauce. I'm gonna get the big pan going. So ahead of time, what I did was I didn't put it in the video. I don't know. I just didn't find it necessary. So in that big bowl that you just saw, that I dumped the rest of the ricotta mixture in, was I have some minced up mushrooms in there, broccoli minced, and some spinach minced up, 2 eggs, ricotta cheese, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and I think that's, and the chicken, the rest of the chicken that I cooked off. So I'm going to go ahead, get this stirred up real good. This came out a little thicker just because I had more ingredients in it, but I didn't hear any complaints out of her for her portion that I made her without the veggies. Oh, and there's a little onion powder in here too. I didn't didn't take time to mince up an onion. So I'm just getting this all stirred up real well, incorporated, and going to. This is actually my first time ever making stuffed shells too. So the shells kind of stuck together a little bit more than I wanted them to. I think next time I do it, when I strain them out of the water, I'll probably coat them in some olive oil, so that way they don't stick together on me. But just going through, getting them filled up, good healthy portions, stuff it in there the best I can. Same thing in the big pan. I don't know what size pan this is. I don't know. I just grabbed the biggest pan that we had in the house. I got the sauce in the bottom spread out so the noodles won't cook or won't stick. But yeah, basically, just gonna go through, get these all filled up, fill the pan up, and we'll actually have this sped up. So I guess there's really not much talking to do. That chicken, the chicken that I cut up, like I said, those were tenderloins. I sliced them up real fine and pre-fried them. I didn't want to put raw chicken in these just because I wasn't 100% sure. Like I said, and this is my first time making stuffed shells, so I wasn't sure if it would cook all the way through. And really, I think this is basically pre-cooked anyway for the most part, except for the eggs and the ricotta cheese. But yeah, I just didn't want to get anybody sick. And of course, I pre-washed all my mushrooms, broccoli, and spinach. So yeah, just I think the hardest part was getting the noodles unrolled. They kind of, see if you see there, they kind of closed up on me and sort of dried. I didn't rinse the noodles either, and maybe that was part of an issue. But this is a experimental meal. But yeah, this is um, kind of what I do on Sundays. I've made smoked meatloaf, a couple other things, but I try to do something really good for dinner on Sundays, which you'll start seeing some more content from my Sunday adventures here. My wife works on Sundays, and it's just me and my two daughters home, so I usually make breakfast and try to do some stuff around the house, make a good dinner, um, do a few other things. That's kind of when I work on the podcast, and sort of a me day. So I thought it would be a good time to make some video content. That one kind of fell apart. I don't know. Some of them fell apart. I still used them anyway. Kind of laid them in the bottom like a lasagna noodle kind of thing. So as I get these all filled up, what we'll move on to next is getting the sauce on top. I use jarred sauce. I don't really give a shit. I don't have time to. Like, this isn't a 100% homemade meal. There's not homemade pasta. There's not homemade sauce, but um, we get the Classico. That seems to be the one that we really like the most. Or the Bertolli is pretty good too. Um, there's some other Alfredo. So I'm a big Alfredo person. That's probably my favorite meal. I cook a lot of Italian stuff too, actually, and I don't have any Italian in me, but I like Italian food, and I'm pretty decent at making it, I think. Um, I don't know. It seems to be good food that fills you up, and you can kind of stretch real far, and pretty versatile. So we're almost done here. I'll maybe I'll speed this up a little bit. Anyway, moving forward, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all that covered up with sauce, and I got the oven preheated to 375. Like I said, I cooked the noodles little under al dente. I don't know, softer than hard, I guess we'll say. Um, they're still kind of firm, so I'll kind of finish them off in the oven and allow the sauce to kind of cook cook the noodles the rest of the way. Yeah, I thought this would be a good meal for. We kind of had. We've been having some crappy weather, a lot of rain, and it's starting to get cold because it's winter. So, tried to. My wife the night before made a. I guess we had a lot of pasta this weekend. Um, made a lot of, or made some soup that I like her to make. It's a sausage tortellini soup, like a cream soup. That's really really good. So that's what we had for dinner the night before, and there was I don't believe any leftovers of that. And of course, we're going to accompany this meal with an Italian bread. Fresh Italian, well, fresh-ish Italian bread, as fresh as you can purchase from Walmart. And yeah, I cooked 2, I think 1 pound boxes of jumbo noodles. That was too much, but I just kept going until all my filling was gone, and then just kind of started sticking them in between. And please not excuse my kitchen. Yeah, we live in our house. As I've stated before, we cook in our kitchen. Like, this is not the Food Network stage. So yeah, we have stuff on the counters, and no, it's not like sterilized. So yeah, these came out actually really good. Really, really good. I was not to blow my own horn, but I was pretty impressed with myself making these for the first time. Little unknown fact is back in my high school days, I actually wanted to go to college to be a chef. So fast forward through my younger adult years of working in restaurants and a casino in the kitchen. Yeah, and I'm washing my hands, and the sink is full of dishes because I've been cooking all day. So you'll just have to deal with that. But yeah, realized that eventually I just was not for me. So going through, topping it with sauce right here. 3 jars, I believe. So in total, used 4 jars of sauce. It was enough. Actually, it was kind of crazy how the sauce settled. So when you dished it up, you had like pockets of sauce, which I thought was kind of nice because it wasn't like too overwhelming. You got a lot of the flavors from the mixtures, the stuffing, I guess we'll say, and then thrown a little parm on top, and then that's going to go in the oven. First, I'm not going to top it yet. So I let that cook for about 45 minutes on 375. Let it get all bubbly and happy. Pulled it out. The kids devoured most of my shredded mozzarella, so that didn't go as planned, but always have backup, and I spilled a shitload of it in one spot like an asshole. But yeah, we'll get that spread out as best as I can. And then we're going to use a little fresh mozzarella, or fresh-ish log form mozzarella. I don't know. But yeah, that stuff right there, got it at Aldi's. Pretty good. We will get that opened up, and I went to I went to actually cut it up, and it's pre-sliced. So if you buy that, maybe read the package first or whatever, just so you know it's pre-sliced, which I think is good. Made my life a little easier. So I'm just going to go through, open that up. That was being a pain in the ass. Pull that out. There's your cheese log. And yeah, I'll get this spread out and throw it back in the oven. Get that cheese browned off. Finish this up. And all in all, good meal. Really enjoyed it. End of the video's coming up. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Please excuse my very primitive amateur video that I just provided for you, because I'm kind of new at this. So, but yeah, that's about it.